Harley was a man's man. He was a man who loved the business, had ultimate respect for the business, defended the integrity of the kayfabe and the shoot aspect of what we did.
He was a great in-ring performer, and whenever I say great, he was one of the all-time greatest.
Harley Race, the Iron Man, you can't stop him.
If anyone ever entered the ring and faced Harley Race and said he wasn't one of the toughest men alive, they'd be lying.
As a hell of a world champion, a gentleman, and a guy who brought a lot of class to the belt and to the business.
Harley will pride himself the rest of his life on being NWA champion, as we all do. How many guys were the NWA champion?
This man was the heavyweight champion of the world. There's no greater title.
I think probably the greatest world champion ever.
Harley, brother, was, I'm telling you, in the top 5 of brother, of all the performers in our business.
It was the Harley Race era. For 10 years, nobody could beat him. He held the belt with dignity and respect, had a knowledge and love for the business I think that was second to none.
What Harley is he's a student of hard knocks. If you're going to tell me to name some phenomenal wrestlers from the era that I was in, Harley Race would definitely be one, and be right up there.
The fans of that era probably shortchange him simply because he was the guy at the time that was the glue that made everybody else look good.
Legendary tough guy, and I don't think, I don't remember anyone really ever going out there and challenging him. It had that type of reputation. So, in other words, Harley was the man and he ran the show.
One of the all-time greats, one of the legitimate tough guys, somebody who kept the business at a high plane and wanted to keep it there, wanted it to be respected, and wanted to be respected himself. He should be totally right there at the top.
To the fans, he was never the flashy guy, the face of wrestling, the stereotypical pro wrestler that you would see on network television or appearing on a game show or doing a guest appearance. He was the guy that night after night came in and had an incredible match and actually didn't get the credit from the fans in the days before they were smart, because when you had a match with Harley Race, you looked so good, it looked like that you were the greatest wrestler in the world. So the fans were like, why can't they beat that Harley Race?
Harley commanded respect.
Harley Race's legacy, the world's fastest beer drinker, the world's fastest car driver, the world's greatest everything. And I'll tell you what, I think he is.
One of the toughest guys to ever lace up a pair of boots, but also one of the most dependable, one of the most accomplished, and the legacy that he leaves probably is just that Harley Race was a stand-up guy for the talent, for himself, and for the wrestling business in general.
Harley Race was one of the ones that had something special.
So Harley definitely defined the championship in the late 70s and the early 80s.
He just carried a different aura about him, and when he came in that belt and just his simple warm-up jacket, but then he started taking all those amazing bumps, and also when he was on the offense, you believed it. I'm sure the guys he was working with believed it too. He was a level above. You knew you were seeing somebody that it was special that he was on the card. It was special that you were getting a chance to see him in person.
He's Mr. Wrestling. From A to Z, he can coach you, and then he could do it.
His fingerprints are on wrestling today, and the sport wouldn't be what it is today if there hadn't been a Harley Race.
The greatest wrestler on the face of God's green earth.